Hello, Assalamualaikum. I am Nurul Hanani binti Razali from ED2426B. My first project is doing 16 types of stitches. First is a feather stitch, zigzag stitch, French knot stitch, lazy daisy stitch, cross stitch, back stitch, running stitch, chain stitch, leaf stitch, blanket stitch, catch stitch. Catch stitch and zigzag stitch is confusing me, but after I did it, it's quite, I can different it. Satin stitch, whipped back stitch, ladder stitch, the difficult stitch that I have done. I'm proud of myself. Fly stitch, and the last is straight stitch. My second project is doing the embroidery stitches. Here is my idea. Mostly I have chosen the view of nature with the colorful of flowers. And here is my idea which has been proceed. My artist references is Chanel Liam and Trufort. Chanel Liam, yes, portraits look like models that are poised for a photo shoot. Like my idea, a little girl with the flowers. Her hoops art emphasis on posing and beauty makes sense given Liam's history of embroidery. She says that she picked up embroidering during her downtime traveling around for modeling. Perhaps her real experiences with hairstyling inspired the most striking characteristics of her work. Liam's lets the embroidery thread hang loosely from her fabric and styles it like a real heado. From Sheena Liam's idea, I have done one type of stitch that you can touch and feel the texture. The name of stitch is a pop stitch. Next is Trufort, is the studio name for Walker Boyce. Citing himself as a constantly creating photographer, embroidery artist, and pattern designer. His shop is almost exclusively displaying his embroidery work. Unlike many embroidery artists, Boyce works on stretched canvas. When complete, his embroideries hang on the wall like a thread painting. Here I have taken the idea of how to overlap the thread. I have used the thread and yarn overlay technique on the leaf parts to my second project. So here is the progress. I have started with the background using green curtain thread. It is quite difficult because it has a rough texture and causes my fingers to hurt. Next, I have added her head with the leaf stitches technique and her dress using a satin stitch technique, and I have added several types of flowers with different types of techniques in each. And finally, I have added details on her dress, head, and on the back. So here is the final result. As you can see, there is many types of flowers with the technique. And there is stitches that have been used: pop stitches, straight stitches, whipped satin, back, rose to make a rose, running, French knot, satin, lazy daisy, and leaf stitches. So the art criticism is, the title is A Day in the Garden. Style of artwork, embroidery art, a kid at the garden with a variety of colorful flowers and holds a flower and wants to pluck another one flower. Using bright colors, and there are different types of stitches techniques. There is an element of art which is have a backspace that is the roof of the house and windows in front. Space is a flower garden on the right and the children are in the middle. Use cool and cheerful colors to evoke a cheerful mood and happy mood. Has a variety of lines in the various stitches techniques and has a texture that is on the thread itself. And the principle of art is the artwork has a symmetrical balance, where the child is at the center of the artwork, has a unity in which it has the flowers and foliage that create a relaxed views, has a variety of things that can be seen through the colors and types of flowers and leaves. The artists want to tell the kids about their love for something beautiful, the appreciation of the kids to the something that uh, they see. Based on the result, she shows an appreciation for the flowers. The use of different colors and flowers makes the child happy, and I think not this child also, but everyone will happy when, especially a girl, when they see the flowers with the colorful of flowers, and when they are in the garden also. The judgment, the artwork produced is successful because it has elements and principles that can enhance the quality of the artwork. The artist also used many techniques and different types of yarn in producing these stitches. So here is my final project, Aboriginal Malaysian culture. My idea is from Negeri Sembilan culture. So here is my idea. There is a Cak Lempong, the cow, not cow, buffalo, rumah gadang, and tarian piring dance costume. So here is my color experiment of Cak Lempong. And my artist references is Clifford Possum Jappled Cherry. This amateur man was a genuine trailblazer pioneering the acrylic painting style known as a dot art with several other contemporary artists from Papua in the Northern Territory, then becoming a founding director of the Papua Tula Artists School in 1972. So on the right is his artwork known as a dot art. Next is David Malingi. He was one of the first Aboriginal artists whose work was featured in the Biennale of Sydney in 1979. 1983, his work was exhibited at the Australian Perspecta at the Art Gallery of New South Wales, Sydney. He contributed 10 hollow logs for the Aboriginal Memorial at the National Gallery of Australia in 1988. So in the right is his artwork. So here is my progress. First, I draw it on the canvas using a line. Then I started with the blue color. I'm using acrylic color. After done with yellow and red color, I've started to make a dot, but it looks bad. You can see it. So I recolor and make one dot only in the middle at first, and I have done with the red dot on the yellow area. I have using cylinder wood block to make a big dot and cotton bud to make a medium dot size, and for small dot size I have used a small brush. On Cak Lempong, I have used a dark to light colors to produce a value where the bottom is the darkest on the top with the light color. Here is I have produced 5 types of colors. The final result, you can see it's many of dots. The artist statement, my work explores traditional musical instruments from Negeri Sembilan culture. The talempong was brought to Negeri Sembilan, Peninsula Malaysia in the 14th century by Minangkabau people from nearby with West Sumatra. Here, talempong is also known as a Cak Lempong. The talempong is present in the different configurations of the nobat, a ceremonial traditional orchestra that is among the regalia of Malaysia. Performances by the Nobat are limited to royal occasions, the ensemble playing an important role in the installation of the Yang di-Pertuan Agong. I have used a Java batik pattern from Sumatra to show that the culture was brought to Malaysia and practiced by the people of Negeri Sembilan. The description, the title is a Cak Lempong, or known as a talempong in English. Style of artwork, Aboriginal art, is in the tepak tingkah, where the Cak Lempong put on it, and has a Java batik pattern that uses contrasting colors. Elements of art has a line on the talempong, Java batik pattern and tepak tingkah. There are geometric and organic shapes. Geometric shapes can be found in each round shape and at the resulting points, while the organic form is in the talempong shape itself and the leaf shape of the Java batik pattern. The color used is more to the warm color as a background and uses the blue to create a contrast. Natural colors have been used to produce talempong only. Elements of art, there is a value on the talempong and tepak tingkah. Apply dark colors at the bottom and light to the areas exposed to light. In the painting, there is a texture through the points produced. Principle of art, the balance obtained is a symmetry balance because we can see that the talempong is at the center of the painting. There is a variety in the pattern of the point. There are flower patterns scattered and around. Moreover, variety can be generated through the colors and techniques used. Patterns can be found in the distribution of these dots as well as the use of the color. The artist chose the musical instrument because of the culture of Negeri Sembilan that most people do not know that it is from Negeri Sembilan. The talempong is also often used in tarian piring on the adat pepatih culture. The artwork produced is successful because it has elements and principles that can enhance the quality of the artwork. And the artist has also used a variety of materials to create such points as cylinder wood, cotton bud, thin and thick brush, and many techniques that I have choose to make a pattern on the dots. So that's all from me. Thank you.